the untimely and tragic deaths of Tupac Shakur and the Notorious B.I.G, two of the most influential figures in hip-hop history, continue to haunt the music industry and fans worldwide. Their murders remain unsolved, shrouded in mystery and conspiracy theories that provoke endless speculation and debate. How did two of the biggest stars in rap music end up dead in their prime? What were the events leading up to their deaths? And why have these cases remained cold for so long? Join us as we delve into the intricate details of the murders of Tupac Shakur and the Notorious B.I.G, exploring the feuds, theories, and unanswered questions that still resonate today. The 1990s were a transformative era for hip-hop, characterized by the rise of rap music and the emergence of iconic artists who would shape the genre for decades to come. Among these artists were Tupac Shakur and Christopher Wallace, better known as the Notorious B.I.G or Biggie Small. Their music not only dominated the charts, but also encapsulated the struggles and aspirations of a generation. However, their lives were tragically cut short, leaving behind a legacy intertwined with mystery and controversy. Both Tupac and Biggie were victims of drive-by shootings, their murders occurring just months apart. Despite numerous investigations and widespread media coverage, both cases remain unsolved, fueling countless conspiracy theories and speculations about who was responsible and why these murders occurred. The rise of Tupac Shakur and the Notorious B.I.G. Tupac Shakur, known for his poetic lyrics and charismatic persona, was more than just a rapper. He was an actor, activist, and cultural icon. Born in New York City, Tupac's family had deep roots in the Black Panther Party, which heavily influenced his music and worldview. His albums, including All Eyes on Me and Me Against the World, address social issues such as poverty, police brutality, and racial inequality, resonating with a wide audience. The Notorious B.I.G, on the other hand, hailed from Brooklyn and quickly made a name for himself with his distinctive flow and storytelling prowess. His debut album, Ready to Die, is considered one of the greatest rap albums of all time, offering a gritty depiction of street life. Biggie's success continued with the release of Life After Death, which was released posthumously and solidified his status as a rap legend. The East Coast-West Coast feud. Central to the narrative of their murders is the infamous East Coast-West Coast rivalry that dominated the hip-hop scene in the mid-1990s. This feud was not just a clash of musical styles, but a conflict that involved record labels, artists, and even gang affiliations. Tupac, who moved to California and signed with Death Row Records, became the face of the West Coast rap scene, while Biggie, signed to Sean Puffy Combs' Bad Boy Records, represented the East Coast. The rivalry escalated in 1994 when Tupac was shot multiple times in a robbery at Quad Recording Studios in Manhattan. Tupac survived, but he believed that Biggie and Puffy were somehow involved in the attack, which they vehemently denied. This incident fueled animosity between the two camps, leading to a series of diss tracks and public confrontations that only heightened the tension. The murder of Tupac Shakur. On September 7, 1996, Tupac Shakur was shot in a drive-by shooting in Las Vegas, Nevada. He had been attending a Mike Tyson boxing match and was later involved in an altercation with a member of the Southside Crips gang. That night, as Tupac rode in a car with Death Row Records CEO Suge Knight, a white Cadillac pulled up alongside them and an assailant fired multiple shots at Tupac. He was hit 4 times, and despite immediate medical attention, he succumbed to his injuries 6 days later on September 13, 1996. The investigation into Tupac's murder was plagued by numerous issues, including a lack of cooperation from witnesses and conflicting accounts of the events. Many theories have been proposed regarding who was responsible, ranging from rival gang members to internal disputes within Death Row Records. Some even speculate that Tupac's murder was orchestrated by law enforcement or other powerful entities seeking to silence his influential voice. The murder of the Notorious B.I.G. Less than 6 months after Tupac's death, on March 9, 1997, the Notorious B.I.G. was killed in a similar drive-by shooting in Los Angeles, California. Biggie had been in town to promote his upcoming album and attend various events. including the Soul Train Music Awards. After leaving a party hosted by Vibe magazine, Biggie's SUV was stopped at a red light when a black Chevrolet Impala pulled up alongside and fired several shots. Biggie was hit 4 times and was pronounced dead shortly after arriving at the hospital. The murder of Biggie Smalls further intensified the suspicion and conspiracy theories surrounding the East Coast-West Coast rivalry. Some believe that Biggie's death was a retaliation for Tupac's murder, orchestrated by those loyal to Tupac or Death Row Records. Others suggest that corrupt police officers and gang affiliations played a role in both murders, pointing to potential cover-ups and mishandling of evidence. Investigations and theories. Both murders have been the subject of extensive investigations, documentaries, and even fictional portrayals, yet they remain officially unsolved. The Los Angeles Police Department and the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department have both faced criticism for their handling of the cases, with allegations of corruption and incompetence casting a shadow over the investigations. One prominent theory regarding Tupac's murder involves Orlando Anderson, a member of the Southside Crips who had been involved in the altercation with Tupac on the night of the shooting. Anderson was considered a prime suspect but was never charged, and he was later killed in an unrelated gang shooting. In Biggie's case, theories often point to Marion Suge Knight, the CEO of Death Row Records, as a possible orchestrator of the murder. Some believe that Knight, who was in prison at the time of Biggie's death, ordered the hit to prevent Biggie from gaining further success. Others suggest that corrupt LAPD officers with ties to Death Row Records were involved, a theory popularized by former LAPD detective Russell Poole, who spent years investigating the case. Cultural impact and legacy. The deaths of Tupac Shakur and the Notorious B.I.G. left an indelible mark on the music industry and popular culture. Both artists have been immortalized through their music, which continues to inspire new generations of fans and musicians. Their posthumous releases have achieved critical and commercial success, cementing their status as legends of hip-hop. The murders also had a profound impact on the hip-hop community, leading to increased calls for unity and a cessation of the violent rivalries that had characterized the scene. Artists and fans alike mourned the loss of 2 of their brightest stars, and their deaths prompted a reevaluation of the dangers and consequences of the feuds that had plagued the industry. The murders of Tupac Shakur and the Notorious B.I.G. remain 2 of the most infamous unsolved crimes in modern history. Despite the passage of time, their deaths continue to evoke strong emotions and provoke widespread speculation. The complexities and controversies surrounding these cases reflect broader issues within the music industry, law enforcement, and society at large. As we remember Tupac and Biggie, we must also acknowledge the enduring questions and seek justice for the lives that were senselessly taken. Their legacy lives on through their music, which serves as a testament to their talent, influence, and the cultural impact they had on the world. While the mystery of their murders may never be fully resolved, the stories of Tupac Shakur and the Notorious B.I.G. will continue to resonate, reminding us of the profound mark they left on hip-hop and beyond.